Retail dispensing site construction and licensing regulations via legal notice number 100 of the year 2025, and the energy retail facility construction and licensing revocation regulations via legal notice number 103 of the year 2025. Members also did discuss two bills in the Committee of the Whole House: the Pyrethrum Repeal Bill, National Assembly Bill number 40 of the year 2024, and the National Library Service Bill, National Assembly Bill number 20 of the year 2023. The question remaining to be put on both matters, as well as the Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Bill, Senate Bill number 17, whose debate was concluded yesterday, and all that remains is for the question to be put, for it to proceed to the next stage, as it were, which will be amendments in a committee of the whole House. Debate did start on the Tea Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 1 of the year 2023, sponsored by the Konoin Member of Parliament, Honorable Brighton Yegon. And on that particular issue, there's just 2 hours remaining, 2 hours of discussions, and hopefully that is a matter that will be handled probably today in the afternoon sitting. A live broadcast brought to you by the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit in conjunction with the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. This being a bicameral parliament, the National Assembly sitting this morning, we have the Senate also sitting this morning, where my colleague Kamchemenza is handling matters. We have our radio broadcast.
So that the bill be stopped. Honorable members, we are now properly constituted, so we can start transacting business.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions.
Honorable members, we have a petition by the member for Lamu East. Is the member for Lamu East in the House? You may proceed.
Thank you, the Speaker. I, the undersigned, on behalf of the resident of Kiwayo Island, Kiunga Ward in Lamu East constituency, draw the attention of the House to the following. 1, that Kiwayo Island, located within Kiunga Marine National Reserve, is a central land that has for generations been home to the indigenous community of Lamu East constituency, whose livelihood depend on artisan fishing, mangrove conservation, and sustainable marine resource management. 2, that the community has historically practiced responsible and sustainable environment stewardship, thereby preserving the delicate marine ecosystem and biodiversity of Kiunga Marine National Reserve, a globally recognized conservation area under the Kenya Wildlife Service. 3, that in recent years, private developers have encroached upon the protected marine reserve area, carrying out unauthorized development and commercial activity that contravene conservation law and undermine the right of the local community. 4, that there are reports of fraudulent title deeds and irregular and land allocation purporting to grant private ownership within the marine reserve, despite the area being protected under the Wildlife Conservation and Management Act, the Environmental Management and Coordination Act, and related regulations. That these illegal encroachments have led to marine habitat degradation, loss of coral reef and fish breeding zone, and biodiversity and the community source of livelihood. Correction. And the destruction of mangrove forest, thereby threatening both biodiversity and community source of livelihood. That the activity of a private developer further risk displacing the Kiwayu community, disrupting culture, heritage, site, and community settlement that have existed in harmony with the marine environment for centuries. That the matter raised in this petition is not pending before any court of law, constitutional, or legal body. Therefore, your humble petitioner pray that the National Assembly, through the Public Petition Committee, inquire into all matter raised in the petition and recommend for 1. Recognition and protection of traditional and cultural right of the Kiwayu Island community as environmental custodian and stakeholders in the marine conservation. Investigation into encroachment, fraudulent land allocation, and illegal development within Kiunga Marine National Reserve with a view to restore compliance with environmental and conservation law. The immediate revocation of any fraudulent or irregular title deeds or lease issued within the Marine Reserve and ensure the removal of illegal investors and development from the protected area. Development of community-based co-management framework between the Kenya Wildlife Service, the Ministry of Environment, and the local Kiwayu community to promote sustainable use, protection, and equitable benefit sharing from the marine resource, and measure to be put in place to strengthen marine reserve governance system so as to prevent future encroachment, enhance environmental protection, and uphold the integrity of protected marine ecosystem in Kenya. And your petitioner will ever pray. Represented by me, mwenyewe Captain Rueda, Member of Parliament, Lamu East. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Member for Lamu East. That petition is referred to the Departmental Committee on Public Petitions. It is referred to the Public Petitions Committee. Is the chair in the house? Chair Public Petitions. Before I go to the chair, any comments from members on this? I do not see any interest in this at all. So, Honorable Moshangi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have heard and listened to the petition, and now that it is properly before the House, I wish to inform the member and the House that we will expedite on it. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Leader of the Majority Party.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Wednesday, November 5th, 2025 morning sitting. The following legal notices, the explanatory memoranda, and accompanying documents from the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development. Legal notice number 167 of 2025 relating to the Sugar General Regulations 2025, and 2, legal notice number 168 of 2025 relating to the Sugar Imports and Exports Regulation 2025. Number 2, annual corporate report for the year 2024-2025 from the Office of the Auditor General. And 3, annual report and financial statement for Kenya Tourism Board for financial year 2023/2024 from the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife. Number 4, National Government's Constituency Development Fund Board report for the first quarter of 2025-2026 financial year. Number 5, report on the winding up of the Asian Widows and Orphans Pension Fund from the National Treasury. Number 6, reports of the Auditor General and the financial statement for the year ended 30th June 2025 and certificates therein with respect to 1, Danida Primary Health Care PHC Support Program. Number 2, Kenya Citizens and Foreign Nationals Management Services. Number 3, Kenya Local Loans Support Fund, the National Treasury. Number 4, Global Fund Tuberculosis Project number KENT-TNT 4148 Ministry of Health. Number 5, Global Fund Tuberculosis Project number KEN-TNT 2067 Ministry of Health. Number 6, Kenya National Qualification Authority. Number 7, Kenya Education Management Institute. Number 8, Kenya Institute of Special Education. Number 9, National Humanitarian Fund. 10, Intelligence Services Development Fund. 11, University of Eldoret. And 12, Starehe Girls Center. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I beg to lay.
Thank you very much, Honorable Naomi Wako. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
The Honorable Marianne Kitani, is she in the house? In the absence of the Honorable Marianne, that statement is deferred. The Honorable Daniel Maduku, member for Nyari Bari Masaba, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44.2c, I wish to request a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Energy regarding the delay in completion of the last mile connectivity program in Nyaribari Masaba constituency. Honorable Speaker, the last mile connectivity program was introduced by the government to enhance universal access to electricity by connecting households and institutions to the national grid. In August 2024, His Excellency the President William Ruto launched the program in my constituency, Nyaribari Masaba. However, to date, 26 sites identified for connection within the constituency remain unconnected. This delay has adversely affected economic activities and stalled development initiatives in the area. Honorable Speaker, it's against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Energy on the following. 1, the status of the implementation of the last mile connectivity program in Nyaribari Masaba constituency, which was launched by His Excellency the President in August 2024. 2, the reasons for the delay in connection of electricity to the 26 earmarked sites. And 3, the measures being put in place to expedite the connection and ensure that the residents benefit from this initiative as intended. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The statement is referred to the Committee on Energy. Is the Chair Energy in the House? The Vice Chair? The Vice Chair? In the absence of the Vice Chair, Majority Leader, can you indicate to the Honorable Member for Nyaribari Masaba when this statement will be presented?
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I believe within 2 weeks, the committee should be able to respond. Thank you.
To the Chair, the Honorable Mashua Waithaka, member for Kiambu. Is the honorable member in the house? That statement is also deferred. Honorable Esuda, you have a statement. You may proceed. We'll come to you, Honorable Kitani.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2C, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Education regarding the promotions, transfers, and affirmative action for teachers in arid and semi-arid areas, that is ASALs, in the country. Honorable Speaker, on the 12th of August 2025, the Teacher Service Commission advertised 21,313 vacancies for teachers to be filled in accordance with the career progression guidelines for teachers and career. Marginalized areas, many are often overlooked in promotions, resulting to stagnation. It is therefore imperative for teachers in ASAL regions. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Education on the following. 1, the measures taken by the Teacher Service Commission to incorporate affirmative action for teachers serving in ASAL regions, such as Samburu County, during promotion exercises. Secondly, an indication on whether TSC has considered to review the requirement of serving a minimum of 3 years in one job group, and whether this period may be reduced to 2 years for teachers in ASAL regions. The steps being taken to facilitate voluntary transfers of teachers who have served in the same station for more than 5 years in order to promote equitable distribution of staff across the country. And finally, Madam Speaker, an indication on when the teachers from Samburu County who were delocalized or who were transferred from their home will be transferred back to their home county in view of the fact that the delocalization policy was abolished by this House. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Member for Kilgoris, anything out of order?
It's not out of order. I wanted to joyride on that statement because
You may proceed.
Madam Speaker, coming from an area more or less like the one for Honorable Esuda, I just wish that when the statement is issued, that they address this issue of promotions very well. In Kilgoris, you will find a situation where teachers have been kept in C1, C2, and they recently only got C4. We want them to head schools. Unfortunately, there is a policy that you have to be in D something for you to be able to be promoted to be a head teacher. This has brought the effect of people who got promotions because their relatives are here in TSC or in the ministry to flood the Kilgoris constituency to the detriment of those people who actually want to be promoted. We want to urge that the indigenous people of Kilgoris should also be given a chance to be promoted, and that the C4s qualify because they are good teachers. After all, they have done so in other places, and they should therefore do it in every place. So we'd like the minister to clarify this issue. The original promotions were done badly, and therefore they should make this correction.
Thank you, member for... I hope, members, you are not going to debate on this. The joyriders, I see the Honorable Dorothy Kiara. Your intention is also to make a comment on this? Please give the mic to her.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I also want to commend my sister Naisura Raisuda for bringing this statement before the floor of this House. Honorable Speaker, I want to say the issue of promotion of teachers, it is a nationwide concern for our teachers. Those that have stagnated for many, many years should have an opportunity to be considered. Honorable Speaker, we pray that when all this consideration is done, it will be fair and rational so that no teacher deserving will be left behind. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Dorothy Kiara. Chair, is the Chair Education in the House so that we get an indication of when this statement will be responded to? The Vice Chair? Any member of the Education Committee? Yes, you may proceed, Professor. Are you a member of that committee?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We can give the report in 2 weeks' time.
It is very well. Professor, next order. Next order. Before we go to the next order, I would like to indulge the Honorable Marianne. The Honorable Marianne Kitani, please present your statement.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security regarding rising cases of insecurity in Terik Ward in Aldai constituency. Honorable Speaker, in the recent past, there has been rising cases of insecurity in Terik Ward, specifically in Kipchemwon village in Aldai constituency. For instance, on the 3rd of September 2025, unknown individuals broke into the house of Mr. Dennis Chebai Chesoli of ID number 29406317 and stole valuable items and electronics. The incident was reported to Kapkerer Police Station under OB number 05/03/09/2025. Despite the efforts made by the area chief to provide a list of suspects believed to also operate in Vihiga and Kisumu counties, which are neighboring counties, no arrests have been made to date. The situation has caused the residents to live in fear for their lives and property. Honorable Speaker, it's against this background that I request for a statement to the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the following. 1, immediate measures that the government is putting in place to enhance security in Terik Ward in Aldai constituency. And 2, the status of investigation into the incident reported to Kapkerer Police Station under OB number 05/03/09/2025. And 3, measures being put in place to coordinate security operations across bordering counties of Vihiga and Kisumu to address inter-county security challenges. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Marianne. Chair? Yes, you may proceed. I can see where you're seated. I was trying to locate you from the place where you normally sit.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, listening to the Honorable Member for Aldai, I used to think insecurity is prevalent in our area, where we actually fight day and night, cattle are stolen, people are killed. But in this particular case, I'm worried that there are people who will come to your boma and steal your cows and divert it through other means. We'll be able to respond to the House in 2 weeks, Madam Speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair. I would like to give a chance to the Honorable Mashua Waithaka, MP Kiambu. Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2C, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Lands regarding the demolition of stores by the Postal Corporation of Kenya in Kiambu Town. Honorable Speaker, on 10th March 2025, 62 market stores in Kiambu town were demolished by officers acting on behalf of the Postal Corporation of Kenya, resulting in the destruction of goods belonging to 34 traders. The matter was subsequently reported at Kiambu Police Station under OB number 17/10/03/2025. However, to date, no official report has been provided on the incident, nor has there been any communication regarding compensation to the affected traders. The demolition has left many families in economic hardships, given that some of the affected traders are breadwinners whose livelihoods have depended on operating stores on those premises for years. It's also concerning that the demolition appeared to have been carried out without prior engagement with the traders and a clear or transparent compensation plan in place. Honorable Speaker, it's against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Lands on the following. One, a report on the circumstances that led to the demolition of the 62 stores in Kiambu town by the Postal Corporation of Kenya, including whether any eviction notices or court orders were issued to the traders prior to the demolitions. Two, measures the Postal Corporation as Kenya has put in place to compensate the traders who lost goods as a result of the demolitions, including specific plans for allocation of alternative market space to the affected traders. And three, steps being taken by the government to ensure that future demolitions are conducted in accordance with the law, and adequate notice provided to the affected persons and adherence to due process. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Chairman, Departmental Committee on Lands. The Vice, I cannot see the Vice. Any member of that committee? In the absence of any member, you may proceed on behalf of the majority. Oh yeah, of course I can see one of the members of Lands Committee. Please proceed.
Chair, I think that response will be given in 2 weeks' time. Once we've sat down and the chair takes the lead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Joses Lelmengit. Next order.
Order number 8, report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration of the Assisted Reproductive Technology Bill, National Assembly Bill number 61 of 2022. Question to be put.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the House do agree with the report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration of Assisted Production Technology Bill, National Assembly Bill number 61 of 2022, except clauses 2, 8, 14, 27, 30, and 52, and its approval thereof with amendments, and seek leave to sit again. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable members, we are in the Committee of the Whole House. This is a continuation of the Assisted Reproductive Technology Bill, National Assembly Bill number 61 of 2022. As you may be aware, we had 6 clauses that remained, and that is what we would like now to finalize.
Clause 8.
I propose the question that Clause 8 be part of the bill. Chair. Honorable Dr. Nikal.
Chair, we propose that the Clause 8 be amended as in the order paper, and the justification of this is that there is need for collaboration between the national government and the county government in access to delivery of assisted reproductive services. And that was already covered in 7D, so there's no need to have it in Clause 8 again. Thank you.
Order, Chair. Chair, I think we would like to start with the amendment by the Honorable Peter Kaluma. I would like to give the Honorable Peter Kaluma the opportunity in the absence. I can hear the voice of the Honorable Mili. Would you like to move this amendment on behalf of the Honorable Kaluma?
Yes, I can, in good faith, even though I don't agree with it. But I can move because I've actually agreed that I move for him.
Agree with it, so you don't move the amendment. You have already put on record that you do not agree, so then you...
No, I could, Chair, I could actually move and then let the House decide. But I don't agree with the amendment.
You do not also have authority? Do you have authority from the Honorable Kaluma?
I have authority.
Written authority?
No, I don't have written authority.
So
yeah, send me a
yeah,
text.
we know that you are doing this in good faith, but now, I'm sorry, you can't. So let's now proceed. That was paragraph A. So, honorable members, I'm going to drop everything in Clause 8 and allow, by the Honorable Kaluma, and now allow the Chair to move the amendment.
Chair, propose that Clause 8 of the bill be amended as in the order paper, and the justification for that, Chair, is because that same provision for collaboration between the national government and the county government is already in 7D, so it's really not necessary. Therefore, we proposing that we delete it.
Honorable members, I propose the question that Clause 8 be amended as proposed by the chairman. I now put the question that Clause 8 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that Clause 8, as amended, be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 14.
I propose the question that Clause 14 be part of the bill. I'll give a chance to the Honorable Kaluma. That one now is dropped. The Honorable Chair, you have an amendment?
I propose that Clause 14 of the bill be amended as in the order paper, and the justification for this is as in the original bill, it was restrictive. So it is amended to give all persons access to the reproductive technology services subject to certification with a specialized by a doctor with specialized knowledge in assisted reproductive technology. In the other one, it was said a doctor, and therefore we are making it more specific.
Thank you, Chairman. Honorable members, I propose the question that Clause 14 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Dr. Nikal. The Honorable Millie Odhiambo.
I just need clarification from Honorable Nyikal. From what I have, unless I have the wrong thing, what he's proposing is to replace medical doctor with an assisted reproductive technology expert. Unless I have an older version.
Dr. Nyikal, would you like to clarify? Dr. Pukose, I can hear your
And
voice
in case I have
very loud. I
wrong
know
one,
you are a
can I have
gynecologist.
a more updated.
You are not a
order
gynecologist.
paper then.
You are a surgeon. Yeah, your voice is very loud, so I would like to give you a chance after Dr. Nyikal.
It's exactly the same as what Honorable Meli has. And the difference was that in the original bill, we were just talking of a medical doctor, and now we are talking of a doctor with specialized knowledge in assisted reproductive technology. That is basically what we have.
Did you give us the justification?
The justification.
That is the justification? Okay, Dr. Nyikal.
Dr. Pukose. Thank you, Chair. Chair, I'm not a gynecologist. I'm a general surgeon. And just want to support the position put by the Chair that we are talking about a specialized doctor, because you see, for somebody to offer assisted reproductive health, that person needs to be a gynecologist. So in other words, we are referring to somebody who is an expert in that field, not just anybody else, because when you leave it open, then anybody else can offer that service. So we want somebody who is qualified to do the job.
Thank you. Honorable Millie. Honorable Millie. She's consulting.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I think I get the gist, and I'm okay with the proposed amendment.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 14 be amended as proposed by the chairman. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 14 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 27.
I propose the question that clause 27 be part of the bill. I'll start with the Honorable Chair.
Chair, we propose that clause 27 of the bill be amended as in the order paper, and the issue, the purpose of this is basically we are talking of surrogate motherhood, and therefore we are putting a limitation on the age on medical grounds. This is a procedure that actually is relatively invasive, and therefore you need people in their prime of health to undergo this procedure, and that is the purpose of the amendment.
Thank you very much. There was an amendment by the Honorable Peter Kaluma, and it's hereby dropped. Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 27 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Dr. Nyikal. I now put the question that clause 27 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Dr. Nyikal. Yes, Honorable Millie, member for Suba North.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, whereas I have no problem with the proposed, the substantive part, I just wish to record that I have a problem with clause 3 that says where the surrogate mother or intended parent has no genetic connection with the child, the surrogate mother shall, subject to a court order, relinquish all parental rights and responsibilities at birth over the child to the intended parents. And the reason I'm saying this, Chair, is because assuming somebody like me wanted to get a child, it therefore means that I'd have to go to court to get an order. And the issue of childlessness is very stigmatizing. I raised it with the committee. The committee did not agree with me, but I think I want it to go on record that I don't agree with the committee on this. There's no reason to stigmatize a woman father when they're already having a problem not having a child. Not everybody is brave like me to come up before people to say I have no child. I know, for instance, at this house, there are many people who are childless, but they can't say in the public. Some of them can tell me, but they can't say it in public. I know many people who would speak to me about the issue of childlessness. But now when we subject them to go again to court to get a court order, it's very traumatizing. And I remember, and I want to say that when Honorable Joyce Lay raised the issue here before the House, she broke down and cried. Madam Chair, the only tears we need to be shedding is for Baba, not because we are childless, Madam Chair. I think I wish the committee would drop this, but again, because I know I presented before the committee and they made that decision, I would want to plead with the House that if you could put a question to each of them and hopefully persuade the House to drop this subclause 3.
Would you like to make some comments for the comfort of the House? You are the one who is going to do it?
No, he'll do it, but I'm also...
You may start, no
I'm
problem.
also contributing. Pardon?
Yes, you proceed.
Yeah, Madam Chair, I verily understand the comments of the sentiments of our Chief Whip. But, Madam Speaker, the rationale is this, that if there is no genetical connection between the parent, you and that child, then you have to go through the same process as an adoption. Because then, you know, that is not a normal procedure. So the way we go through adoption procedures in court is why we have to do the same, because there is actually no other connection between you and that child. So you have to look for a legal connection, and the connection can be given to you by court.
Honorable Mili, who would you like to inform?
I wanted to inform the member on the floor.
It depends on whether you would like to be informed. Member for Kilgoris, would you like to be informed by the Honorable Mili Odhiambo?
Or if I'm still on the floor, maybe I can take the comments and then I can continue.
Okay.
He has already taken. Can I inform him since he has agreed? Chair,
yes, you may proceed to inform the member for Kilgoris.
Madam Chair, Chairperson, I want to thank the Honorable Member. And I know he's very well-meaning because he wants to make sure that the process is above reproach. But I want to inform him that he does not know that his children are his. And yet he has not gone to court to get an order. A lot of things we do by faith. So I don't know why then there's a category that we are forcing to go to court. When our own children, especially as men, you don't know, the only person who knows whether a child is theirs is the mother. You as a man, you don't know whether the child is yours. But we do not go to court for you to confirm whether those children are yours.
Honorable.
So that is the information I wanted to tell you, that you do not know whether the children are yours.
Now, as the information given to you by the Honorable Mili Odhiambo, is it useful?
Yeah, Madam Chair, I'm actually grateful because, you know, this thing, we all suffer from it. Childlessness is not a one person's thing. But I want to inform the Honorable Member, because she's also a lawyer like me, that rather fortunately, I'm protected by the law, because the law says that all the children that are received in the marriage are presumed to be children of the marriage. So the law presumes, whether I was assisted by somebody else or not, that those children are mine according to the law. But this is a situation where please make them legal by going to court so that the court can agree with you. And I don't want to say a lot of things as we weep for Baba, but I think that was the rationale behind it.
The Honorable Charles Nguna, member for Mwingi West.
Thank you, Madam Chair. While I support the sentiments from Mili is becoming too harsh for men. You cannot just come and tell us we don't know whether the children we are siring, they are from our genetic composition. So, Madam Chair, I guide you to force Mili to withdraw our sentiments, because they are very harsh on parents, especially those who are very sensitive on this issue.
No. Millie is at liberty to debate whichever way she chooses to debate in this house. And you know that she has more experience than I believe everyone who is seated in this house today. So, and she has a freedom of speech. This is a house of debate, but we also take your comments, Honorable Charles Ngusi Anguna. The Honorable Dr. Pukose. Dr. Pukose, member for Endebess.
Chair, I just wanted to support the position taken by the chair that we know the Honorable Millie appeared before our committee, and this is something that was exhaustively discussed. And the position of the committee is as per the amendment that has been presented by Dr. Nyikal. And therefore, I think, Chair, you can just put the question so that we dispense with this matter.
Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that clause 14. I now put the question that clause 27 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Dr. Nyikal. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 27 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. What is out of order, Honorable Millie?
Thank you, Chair. Madam Chair. You've been overtaken by events, but I just want to say, even for purposes of all for the next things, that I'd actually indicated that I agree. And Honorable Pukose is actually saying the truth when he says that we discussed this at length at the committee. And I want to thank the committee that agreed with them in actually almost 3/4. But I didn't agree with them on some things which I thought were very fundamental. But when you put, a blanket question, I cannot say yes or no, because I don't agree with the 3, but I agree with the rest. So I just want to put it, to have it go on record that I don't agree with the 3 for the same reasons that my dear brother Honorable Sunkuli has said, that if we make the law, then the law will presume that all these children are yours. So he actually used argument to really support me. But it is, I don't know why we are so fearful of these children, but be that as it may, I let it rest and thank the committee for at least the very progressive parts. Yeah, but I'll let this rest. Thank you.
So next order.
Clause 30.
I propose the question that clause 30 be part of the bill. Chair, I start with the Honorable Kaluma's amendment, which is hereby dropped. Chairman, you may prosecute this amendment in clause 30.
Chair, propose that clause 30 be amended as in the order paper. And if you actually look at it, this carries more of the discussion that was going on, because this is to align the adoption of the intended parent, which is ideal, since the bill does not encourage commercialization of services where there's no genetic connection with the child born through assisted reproductive technology. The requirement for the court process gives enhanced protection. Actually, this is more relevant to the discussion before. And I want to actually explain it a little more. In assisted reproductive technology, when you use the gametes, that is the sperm and the ovum, it is possible that the ovum may come from one of the intended parents, or the egg may come from one of the intended parents. And so when you then get the child has a genetic connection to one of them. But you can also have a situation where both the ovum and the sperm come from different persons and then put in a surrogate mother or that mother. In that case, the baby has no connection with the both intended parents. And that is what was bringing that. In that case, it's more protective to have a court, therefore, giving consent and like an adoption. And that is actually the logic. And Honorable Millie was also right that then you bring a process which was not there. But the committee felt, and still I think the committee feels, that where there's no connection at all, genetic connection, there's need to put further protection. And that is the essence of that amendment.
I now propose the question that clause 30 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Dr. Nikal. Any interest in this? Would you like to make comments on this, or is anything out of order? The Honorable CNN.
Chair, I am just on point of order. I would like to be explained why are Kaluma's amendments being dropped? And he never consented. Actually, he was to appoint me to represent him in these amendments, but I think he lost my contacts.
The Honorable Kaluma is not in the House today. The House is aware where he is actually today, and he didn't authorize anyone in writing to move these amendments on his behalf. So that is the reason. That is how it is done in this House, Honorable CNN. Honorable Millie Odhiambo.
Thank you. I just wanted to comment, but before I comment, I want to tell Honorable CNN that we have actually had different engagements, even postponed because of Honorable Kaluma, because we've engaged at length on this issue. Today, he had actually said, because he's in Homa Bay, he's not able to come today, but he's texted me. I've tried to move his amendments even where I don't agree with, but I have not been allowed procedurally. So you are just as well-intentioned as I am, because you realize the way we've been moving, even the committee, we've sat with them. There are some they agree with me. There are some they don't agree with me. But legislation has to go on whether we agree or not. In the same way with the Honorable Kaluma, you cannot get 100% agreement. Madam Chair, I just wanted to indicate that, again, in the same manner, I agree with a lot of the issues that are proposed in clause 30, including, for instance, the issue of where you have congenital abnormalities, all the children born out of pregnancy shall be children of the intended parent, so that you don't have people refusing children that because, these children are not born, like perfect children, then we cannot accept them. Once you go through assisted reproduction, the child becomes yours. Again, the only other challenge that I face, which I don't agree with, is the issue of the genetic link. And for me, I think it is an issue of discrimination, that if somebody has had a baby, that you'd want to differentiate between genetic link and non-genetic link. And I've given you the perfect example, that a lot of us men here, by faith, have children who we think are ours, but we don't know. I know CNN is worried and saying that I'm hard on men. I'm not hard on men. Maybe I'm actually hard on women. I'm calling on our women that please make sure that our children have the genetic makeup of our husbands. But that is not the reality in the world we are living. We have children who have the genetic makeup of our husbands. We also have others who don't have the genetic makeup of our husbands. It's the reality. But we accept them by faith, and the law also accepts them by faith. So why are we making this distinction when it's assisted reproduction? And I know the committee, even though this is the first time, but should this come in the future again before your committee, please have a more progressive mind for the sake of the child, even if not for the sake of the woman or the intended parents, for the sake of the child, so that you are not advertising the child out there.
Millie.
You are not advertising the child
Honorable
out there.
Millie Odhiambo, did you say that we have children who have a genetic connection with our pastors?
Yes. With our pastors?
Yes.
No, I did not say with our pastors, but it is a fact. It is also a reality. In fact, Chair, there is one of the things that I want to actually raise before this House, that as a person who is a Christian, I am very concerned at some of the practices I see in some of the churches, where pastors are praying and touching women's breasts and touching women's buttocks, We are still on earth, and you touch a woman's breast, what you are creating is excitement. You are not creating a spiritual surge. It is sexual surge. There is no spiritual surge in such. It's that stop touching women's breasts and buttocks during prayers. There's nothing spiritual about that. Keep distance. The spirit will work between you and the woman with the distance. There's no need to put a physical touch between you and a woman. So yes, there are children who have DNA with the pastors.
Point of information from the Honorable Dr. Bukose, the surgeon.
Thank you. I just wanted to inform the Honorable Millie that Professor Jaldesa, allow me to inform the Honorable Millie. I wanted to inform the Honorable Millie that in the Sexual Offences Act Amendment Bill, touching buttocks and touching breasts is illegal. And therefore, if that bill comes to the House and it's made to be law, then I think pastors will not touch any breasts or buttocks of ladies, because that will not happen again.
The Honorable Millie Odhiambo is duly informed. Now, the other people would like to make comments, and they have really been waiting. I would like to give a chance to the Honorable Rahim Dawood, member for North Imenti.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I want Dr. Nikal to tell us, he said that if they're not connected to the one who is being born, then they need to subject it to a court order. Will you not be invading the privacy? Because the one who will be born, it will be out in the public that the court, I mean, it will be in the public. Nobody wants to really get it out in the public. It's a private affair. So I would want us to, the chair, to please clarify when he says they have to go to get a court order, where is the privacy? No,
you just take note of that. I would like to give a chance to the Honorable Dorothy Kiara, nominated member. Just take note of it.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I too would want to weigh into this matter and say we have single mothers whom we don't know the genetic attachment of the children that they bring up. Then similarly,
where people say a surrogate mother, that child is totally alien to them. And there is even fear that people can actually